This video stemmed from a comment asking for a general flow if only using AK Interactive Snow Microballoons. Normally I use them in combination with the Snow Terrains texture paste, and giving it a little thought, I decided to try a couple of things, not only to provide an answer to the question, but to enjoy a simple project where I can try some random things without any stress. After gluing some cork sheet bits from a roll meant for kitchen cabinetry and a single 3D printed whichever one's pointed up, I then coated them all with AK Interactive's concrete to give them a unified texture, before adding some large Army Painter rocks to a few of them, some tufts, and a sprinkle of tiny foam rocks held in place with watered down PVA glue. I then hit everything with an Army Painter speed paint to give it an earthen tone, before applying more watered down PVA glue and sprinkling some winter flocking. I let everything fully dry before pulling out the AK Interactive snow texture. My tub is about 4 years old and quite dried out, so I have to dislodge hunks of it and rehydrate it, before mushing it around until it's fit for service. I use an old short bristled brush to plop and stipple it around on two of the bases. These will only feature the snow texture and not the microballoons. I apply the snow more heavily on one of them and far more sparingly on the other, just to show how it would look in different volumes. For the second pair, I follow the exact same approach, adding more snow texture to one and gently stippling jabs, and less to the other. For these two, I'll also be adding the microballoons, which I sprinkle on using a different, clean, and dry, short bristled brush. I drop some of the microballoons in a dry palette well and scoop some of it up with the bristles, and then tap the brush to drop a little bit of it at a time into the still wet snow texture paste. No further adhesive needs to be added. I wait until these fully dry before pinking up the bases, turning them upside down, and tapping the bottom and wiping the rim to remove any excess microballoons. For the next set of bases, and the crux of this video, I tried pigment binder first, since the microballoons were about as fine as some of the pigment powders I've used previously. On the first base, I tried this in two methods. First, I added pigment binder to only half of the base. Then I sprinkled on microballoons across the entire base. And finally, on the second half of this same base, I add pigment binder on top of the still dry microballoons. The reason I tried applying these two items in different orders is that I assumed that you can get differing effects much like you can when using the pigment binder with pigment powders. I then repeat the exact same process on a second base, but this time I replace the pigment binder with PVA glue. The PVA glue that I'm using here dries transparent, which is the only thing I was really worried about. I then allow everything a little time to dry and something tragic happens. The pigment binder reactivated the Army Painter speed paint and caused it to bleed into the snow, tinting it a delicious looking chocolate ice cream color. To sort of fix this, I added some brush on varnish and repeated the pigment binder and microballoon steps. This time it covered fine with no further bleeding, though you can still see some of where it was below. This I didn't mind because, much like I've seen in my trampled pastures, snow isn't always clean, and it's often stained and dirtied by foot traffic or partial melts. In the end, I just quickly threw together 6 random bases of varying heights and compositions, but being cognizant to leave enough room to stand a miniature upon so I can use these bases in future projects. So to recap, the top left pair was just the AK Interactive snow texture, with the left base having a heavier application, and the right being a little more sparse. The bottom left used both the snow texture and the microballoons, with the microballoons being sprinkled on top of the still wet snow. This is personally my preferred way of working with these products, as it gives you a mix of both shiny partially melted slush along with fresh fallen powder. The top right is where I used pigment binder, but then used varnish for the second attempt, due to the bleeding that occurred. I'm sure if I varnished first, then I could use pigment binder with the microballoons without any bleeding at all. But why do that when I can just use varnish in the first place? The bottom right is the PVA glue and microballoons. I went a little too light with this, but honestly, this is my second favorite look out of all of them. The microballoons seem to clump up better in the thicker PVA glue than with the pigment binder or gloss varnish that I used in the top right. It's also a little less shiny compared to just the snow texture, so it has a less slushy appearance. Honestly, mixing a little gloss varnish with microballoons and a little PVA glue with microballoons would likely get you an appearance extremely close to having both the snow texture and the microballoons like I normally use, but I'll leave that experimentation for you. As a final warning, I've had bleeding through the snow texture with multiple products, including Army Painter speed paints, both the old and new line, as well as with Tamiya products. The old Army Painter speed paints had a well-documented reactivation issue, but the other two bleeding scenarios I experienced may be due to me adding too much water when rehydrating my old dried out snow texture. To be safe, regardless, I recommend adding a coat of varnish to your base prior to adding any snow texture. This is something I intend on doing going forward just to be safe. It's a crappy feeling to have to wait for the unwanted colored snow to dry, then varnish it and redo all the steps you already did, and then wait for it to dry all over again, when I can just varnish from the start and not have to worry about it. And that'll bring this video to its end. I hope you learned something or inspired to start or expand your own collection of Winter Wonderland trotting miniatures. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and if you like the content of this video and would like to see more, you can easily support the channel by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I'm Jim with Working with Miniatures. I'm truly grateful for your time, and I bid you a fond farewell. Until the next video.